Metal contaminants can destroy downstream grinders. A powerful rotating drum magnet acts as a gatekeeper. Quality must be verified without stopping the line. A robotic arm integrates seamlessly into the workflow.
A network of stainless steel pneumatic pipes runs across the factory ceiling, using high-pressure air to blow.
The scale of production demands massive storage. The raw bean warehouse houses towering Consistency is the brand's signature. At the base of the silos, computer controls open and close with. The blended beans enter a destoner, where they float on a cushion of air. This density-based sorting allows.
To reach the roasters on the upper levels, the beans take a ride on a vertical bucket elevator.
The roasting cycle begins with a sudden charge. Large hoppers above the roasters fill, then drop the entire load instantly into the preheated drums.
The heart of the factory is the roasting floor. Here, inside the inferno, a chemical transformation occurs. The beans tumble in the scorching heat, changing from.
Precision is key. Sensors monitor the color and moisture of the beans in real time. The system triggers the end of the cycle to prevent burning.
To stop the cooking process, the beans must be cooled instantly. The roaster door opens, releasing a smoking mat of hot.
The cooling tray is a hive of activity. Rake arms turn the beans to ensure even cooling.
The roasted beans are now ready for transport. They are vacuumed out of the cooling tray and shot through a new network of
floats. To maintain a continuous flow to the grinders, beans are stored in surge bins. Automated diverter.
Precision feeding is crucial for consistent grind size. Rotary airlock valves at the base of the surge bins rotate continuously. A side stream of ground coffee is diverted into a laser analyzer. Use. The ground coffee is stored in buffer silos blanketed with nitrogen to preserve freshness.
The pressure in vessel 3 is fluctuating outside the parameters.
I see it. Rerouting the flow now.
Loading the extractors is a sealed process. Automated valves open, and tons of ground coffee are conveyed into the pressurized vessels.
The brewing begins with brute force. Heavy-duty pumps inject superheated water at 180 degrees Celsius.
Efficiency is maximized through countercurrent extraction. Fresh water hits the most spent grounds first, while the richest coffee extract.
Liquor, a thick, dark, syrupy coffee extract. It pours from the final column into a holding tank.
Once the flavor is extracted, the waste must be managed. The bottom hatch opens, dumping wet, These stainless steel vessels are jacketed to maintain a precise temperature, ensuring the liquid doesn't degrade or
Inside the evaporator, physics is at work. The coffee extract flows down the inside of heated tubes in a thin film.
A specialized fractionating column captures these volatile compounds immediately. This aroma liquor is.
The energy efficiency is built into the design. The steam boiled off in the first stage, its boil-off isn't wasted.
The hot concentrate must be cooled immediately to stop any chemical reactions. It is pumped through high-efficiency plate heats. The cooled concentrate is moved to a refrigerated room. Here, in nitrogen-pressurized tanks, slow-moving. Just before freezing, the soul of the coffee is returned. The captured aroma liquid is injected back into the thick. The freeze-drying journey begins in the freezing tunnel. The liquid concentrate is spread onto a supercooled stainless steel belt.
The belt enters the blast zone. Air at -50 degrees Celsius circulates at high velocity, freezing the coffee slab solid. It becomes rock hard and brittle.
The solid sheet of coffee ice is shattered by rotating spiked rollers, creating a loud, rhythmic crashing sound as the slab is crunched into large
chunks. The chunks must be ground into the familiar granule shape while frozen. A cryogenic granulator, kept at sub-zero.
Uniformity is key for drying. The frozen granules bounce across a vibrating cryogenic sieve. Only
the frozen granules are ready for the dryer. A high-speed robot spreads a perfectly even layer onto large aluminum trays.
The massive automated guided vehicle delivers its payload of frozen coffee, demonstrating the precision required for logistics at this scale. The chamber is sealed. The thick stainless steel door, weighing tons, swings shut. Hydraulic locks engage with a deep thud.
Atmospheres is removed. A battery of industrial vacuum pumps roars to life, sucking the air.
Inside the vacuum, sublimation occurs. Gentle heat is applied to the trays, causing the ice trapped inside the
It flies toward the cold trap, a set of coils at -60 degrees Celsius. The vapor hits these coils and instantly freezes back into solid ice.
We're seeing a steady rise in the heating profile now.
Acknowledged. Vacuum pressure remains optimal for the cycle phase.
The door opens to reveal the transformation. The dark, heavy, frozen sludge is gone.
Handling the dry coffee requires a gentle touch. A robotic tipper inverts the trays one by one. Quality control continues. The dry granules pass over a final scalping screen. This gentle sieve
To ensure the consumer gets a burst of smell when they open the jar, a microscopic layer of coffee oil is sprayed onto the granule.
The finished product travels to the packaging hall. A dense phase pneumatic system pushes the granules slowly through pipes.
High above the packing lines, massive hoppers hold the finished coffee. These bins are the A robotic arm with a vacuum grip lifts an entire layer of jars at once, hundreds of units, and sweeps them onto the...
Before a single grain of coffee enters, the jar must be pristine.
This is the heart of the packaging line. The jars enter a glass rotary filler that spins at dizzying speed. Trust is good, but control is better. Every single jar zooms across a high-speed scale called a checkweight.
To lock in freshness, a foil seal is applied. The jars pass through it.
Plastic caps cascade down a feed chute like a waterfall. A rotary turret grabs each cap and torques it onto the passing jar threads with precise force.
How do you check a seal that's hidden under a lid? With thermal vision. A high-speed thermal camera scans the top of every jar.
In the rotary labeler, self-adhesive labels are peeled off a master roll and wiped onto the spinning jars. Brushes smooth them down perfectly.
Traceability is law. As the jars fly past, a high-powered industrial laser etches.
360-degree vision system checks everything. Is the cap straight? Is the label aligned? Is the code readable?
To keep the line running smoothly, there's a buffer. Jars flow onto a massive, rotating stainless steel table.
Speed meets origami. The machine pulls a flat cardboard blank, folds it around the group of jars, applies hot melt glue, and compresses the flaps.
Space is money. To reach the palletizers on the upper mezzanine, the cases take a ride on a spiral conveyor. The heavy lifting is done by robots. A massive industrial arm, moving with terrifying speed, grabs
To survive the truck ride, the load must be secure. The pallet spins on a turntable, while a mechanical armsman. The pallet gets a passport. An automated applicator places a unique SSCC, Serial shipping.
A unique SSCC label is applied. A scanner instantly reads it, digitally entering the pallet into the factory's global inventory system.
This is the high bay, a 30-meter automated warehouse. High-speed stacker cranes zip pallets into storage, untouched by human hands.
Inside the control room, the brain of the factory is visible. A digital map represents the dark warehouse.
The stacker crane springs into action, racing down the aisle to pluck a specific pallet from the high shelf and
To understand the scale, look at the river of raw material. Millions of beans flow every hour.
The energy required is immense. Inside the roasters, a controlled inferno rages 24 Division 7.
Frozen coffee shards fly through the air.